We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, we've got a Week 8 match.
Lights, cam, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights, cam, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm balling like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Ooh, ooh. Then the juke move, Heisman, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights, cam, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights, cam, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. It is not a game, it is not a game. Banging on your chest when I
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee, here's Cam Akers. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Okay, break.
In motion goes the tight end. Second and 5. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. In motion, the tight end. They're going to look to throw. Buying time to his left. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. But we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Sims. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run again with Harris. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Dolphins sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for Miami. 51 yards. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. That one good for 14 yards. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Najee Harris, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the option, here's Akers. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. 6-0 our score after 1. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you could build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Check 13. Check 13. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they send the tight end in motion left. They'll set up to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. This time the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and they're able to get this one across the... .35.
Let's get him. Come on. 82. A gain of 13 yards. First down, New York. Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Like 9.
A give up the middle to Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Now this throw caught left side. Down inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Cooper Kupp, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-to-interception ratio is what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 13-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's another first down and want to be a gain of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the pass.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but now from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Caught by Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Second and 4. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half, a second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Marr able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through,
No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Okay. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in a mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. 2nd and 2. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Back to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. And he cranks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll look to throw here. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Harris going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Quick throw complete. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Off the option, here's Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Switch. Panther 60. Check. Watch 54. Silver.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Pass complete to Akers on the out route.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And the tight end goes in motion left. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was the moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Back to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll look to throw. Oh, great grab by Wilson. And he'll manage to get out of bounds. It's a first down. And the clock stops with just over 20 seconds to play. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. And the slot man goes in motion left. Back to throw. Open man here, Sims complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that one's going to hurt big time because it's a one-score game, and they certainly thought with that throw they were getting a difference-making score right there.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line.
Pass complete to Harris.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The conditions only going to get worse as we get back to football here to start this overtime. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. He'll drop to throw. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. On the give, this is Harris. They find some open field here. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. And, Charles, it's not very often an elite back becomes available. They jumped on him. I think they were smart to do so.
I agree, and we hear so often about how the running back position is devalued. But when you have a chance to get one of the truly best, top of his game, you go out and get him.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come from behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Miami, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.